Hi everyone, hope you all are doing really well. So this is the new video on Selenium interview question and answers. So I think you guys are preparing. This is a very peak time of preparing for the interviews. So if you are preparing it, this slide is definitely gonna help you out in revising the Selenium interview questions, which is mostly asked by an interviewer. So before we go ahead, I request you to please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon, because whenever I'll upload it, I want you guys to get notified and take the most out of it. And just go ahead and just, if you're starting right now, because I'm also studying for the interviews now, so I think this slide is really helpful to do the revisions of Selenium. So you don't have to go there, you just see this slide and I think you're good to go for most of the topics being covered here. And these are very important questions which we might miss out at the time of preparation. So driver initializations. So I think most of the people, this video is for every years of experience, be it the experienced person or a very less experienced person also. These are the questions which really needs to know. So how you do the driver initialization. So Chrome WebDriver equals to new of Chrome driver. Firefox WebDriver. These are the this is something which you have to be in your tip of your tongue. So those questions we have covered here. So Firefox WebDriver equals to new of Firefox driver. Edge WebDriver equals to new of Edge driver. Safari WebDriver equals to new of Safari driver. Then we have locating elements. So how many locating elements we use, how many locators we use is like by.id, by name, by class name, by tag name. Total of 7. Okay, so you have to count 7 and tell them. Okay, not 7, I think 8 we have it. Okay, by.id, by.name, by class name, by tag name, by CSS selector, by XPath, by link path, link text, by partial link text. So I think these are the things which is very much known, and how you write it is like practice that, how to write the XPath. You just really need to practice. Driver.find.elements, by.id, by.name, by.class name, by.css selector, which needs a tag or value of a ID attribute. And when you have a tag name, you have to put a HTML tag name. Then by.xpath, try writing it. Okay, this is something which is very much, because sometimes they ask you to write the XPath while giving you some page and ask you to write the XPath. So you should be knowing that, and that is creating a bad image if you don't know how to write the XPath. XPath is very important here. Driver.find elements by link text, driver.find elements by partial link text. So XPath is very important, guys. Then we have a test ng. So test ng hierarchy also you should be knowing, like before suite, before test, before class, before method, test, after method, after class, after test, after suite. So before suite will run before the execution of all the test method in the suite. Before test will execute before the execution of all the test methods of the available class belonging to that folder. Before class will execute before the first method of the current class is invoked. Before method will execute before each test method runs. Test, this is the main part of our automation script where we write the business logic we want to automate. After method will execute after the execution of each test method. After class will execute after the executions of all the test methods of the current class. After test will execute after the executions of all the test methods of the available classes belonging to that folder. After suite will execute after the executions of all the test method in the suite. Now working with files. So how you're working with files? So upload file is the most important question which is being asked. So how you write it? So driver.find element by.id file upload, and then send. In the send case you have to pass the path of your file, and using system.get property also you can use it. So user directory you can use it, and then path of your file. So user directory and then path of your file, or maybe your file name plus a file, like you have to concatenate user directory and you put your file name. And driver.find element by.id by submit. So you have to submit it also, right? So that's all. Then read data from the text file using buffered reader. So how you read the data from your text file? We are using buffered reader. So file reader equals to new file reader. Like this kind of code they'll be gonna ask you. Okay, so these things you should be knowing. Buffer reader class can be used to read the data from the text file. So that's how you can use it. So line, while line equals to buffer dot reader dot line is not equals to null, then this is the condition you can put. While condition you put it, and like that you have to explain. Okay, these are the code you need to understand it. You can use buffer reader file or the class to read the text from the text file, and then you can create an object of that file with the file reader class, and then you can put the condition wherein line is equals to is not equals to null. Till that time it will be reading. That's all. Now what all navigators we use is to navigate to URL, refresh page, navigate forward in browser history, navigate back in browser history. So navigate to URL is like driver.get URL, driver.navigate to URL. Like both are doing the same thing. Okay. Refresh the page. Navigate will navigate dot navigate, driver dot navigate can also use to refresh the page also if you use dot refresh. So that is the difference between them. So driver.navigate.refresh, driver.navigate to forward, driver.navigate to back. So driver.get is only used for URL, but driver.navigate can be used to get URL, refresh, forward or backward. So that is the difference between driver.get and driver.navigate. Working with Windows, so get the current window handles. So Windows, like when people ask like you have worked on Windows also, window handles. So yes, the string main window handle equals to, like if you're handling one window, so then driver.get window handles all window. So you can import java.util.set class. In the set you can have like in the set string, so it will be giving you the string, okay, the size of the windows. So then set string all window handles, driver.get window handles. Okay, switch to the specific window, driver.switch to like string window handle, driver.get window handle. So you will get the string of that window handle, size of that window handle, and then you can pass it to driver.switch to window handle. Okay, that the size of the window handle, size of the window you want to handle, or the address, whatever it is. Switch to newly created window. So switch to new window type dot tab, driver.switch to new window type dot window, that can be used. Close the current window, driver.close. Set window position, so driver.manage.window dot set position, new position, you can XY coordinates you can pass it. Then maximize window, minimize window and full screen window. Driver.manage.window.maximize, driver.manage.window.minimize, full screen window, driver.manage.window.full screen. Now take a screenshot. So how to take a screenshot? This is the main question is being asked to when I move internally in my organizations. So like you have to import common.io.file.utils. This is how you have to give the answer. You just don't say that get a screenshot. What file you're gonna import for that? So import org.apache.commons.io.fileutils. Then you can use get screenshots. You can pass your output file and then take a screenshot driver you'll be using, and then where you have to copy or that screenshot like you have to copy it also, right? The file utils.copy files, source file and the new file. Okay. Working with frames, switch to frames by name or ID, driver.switch to .frame. You can put it like you need to figure it out where is the frame. So if you go back, you have to traverse in your code like the HTML code and you have to see which frame you are in, and then you have to find the frame and the button is in which frame it is. You have to name the frame and button frame, whatever it is, you have to pass. Switch driver.switch to .frame 1 2 3 4 if you have multiple frames in index also you can pass for the frame. So switch to frame using a web element. iframe is also there. So driver.find element, like you can use iframes. Iframe you can pass it by CSS selectors. Switch back to the main content, default content. So you can come out from the frames. Working with alerts, how you work with alert? So you will use alert class for that. Alert equals to driver.switch to .alert, and alert send keys, enter text in an alert, alert.send keys. retrieve alert text. You wanted to get that text which is there into the your alert pop-up. String text equals to alert dot get text. Click also you can pass. You can have, okay, Selenium operations, launch a web page, driver.get URL or driver.navigate to URL. Click a button. We have alert, accept and alert pop-up. That is what I was saying. Driver.switch to alert.accept. Driver.switch to alert.dismiss is also be there. Print the page title. So string title equals to get title we will use to get the title of the page, and then we can print that. We have weights, how many weights we have worked on. So these are two weights, implicit weight or explicit weight. Implicit weight is a driver weight, so you just have to set it once, and then you can, it's like for every line of the code it will wait the implicit weight, like if you set it once, for every line of code it will wait for that particular time and then execute the lines. So import.java.concurrent time unit, this can be used, and driver.manage.timeouts, implicitly wait 30 seconds, 30 time unit, and the seconds you have to give. Explicit wait, import java.util concurrent time units. So web element, explicit wait is a conditional wait. So wherever you think that the page element will take time to load it, for that particular thing you can set it. So it will not wait for every line of code, only for that particular button or for particular element it will wait for that particular seconds or the minutes, whatever you want to set, you can set it. And then we also have a thread.sleep in the wait. So what happens is if the thread.sleep will stop your code for that particular, the driver will sleep for that particular time. It will not do anything, like in the third line you have the thread.sleep. So in that third line it's stop and sleep. After some time it will sleep and then it will start execution. So it will stop the entire program of the Selenium driver and then it will start executing after that particular time. Clear the input field, like how we do it, like we use the dot clear. Then we have disabled the field set a disable attribute. So we have to check whether the this one is disabled or not. So we have to just set it. Set attribute, we will use it for the disables. We can also use this javascript.executor to do the disable. So these are the things you can use. Here for the disable thing you can have disable a field, so you can use a Java executor for this one, and then you can use it. Enable the attribute, like some attributes you wanted to enable it, so you can use it. You can use it as a disable attribute, and again you can use a Java executor's JavaScript, and you can set an attribute as an enabled. So I think that's all from my end. Thank you so much for watching it, and I think this will help you for doing a quick revision of Selenium. Yes, you have to understand the deep dive of it before going for an interview, but this is like if you know all the things and you wanted to just revise the things, I think this is really good for you. So watch this slide as a revision. So once if you don't study it, like you have to study it for sure, but these are the very much important topic which you have to cover before appearing for the interview. And all the best guys, and prepare well. I think this is a great time to get more opportunity right now, and I wish you will get the job you desire for. So all the best guys, and thank you so much for watching this video.